Introduction to software test plans. So overall approach to software testing and process to plan and how the software testing process should flow. So what it consists of. So definitely first point is that test scope should be identified and in which environment it is going to work. So test environment and test phases and what are the methodologies we are going to use it for testing that particular software application. So whether we are going to use the manual testing or automated testing. Manual testing is that very simple, a program we are going to write and then compiling it and run the program and giving an input and then checking the output. So it differs. It depends upon the particular software going to use, whether it is going to be a C or C++ or Java or Android application or anything. Okay. So automated testing is nothing but a software which is used to test our code. Okay. Then next detail we will see later. So defect management also we have to concentrate and configuration of application configuration management should take care and definitely whatever it may be risk management also will come and each and every phase is that the evaluation, so how much we have done, so that identification should be done and then defect tracking tools should be used. So how much defect we identified while developing like that while testing the application. So documents, what are the documents will be involved? Master test plan should be there for each and every application. If it is a big company, so definitely master test plans will be there in that. Small concerns may not follow that, but definitely master test plans will help for a new person is going to join in a concern, so that with that master test plans, so they can able to identify what is the existing test plans applied for that particular software development. So with that, they can able to proceed easily. So test scenarios, configuration management is a SEM is given here, and test development. So in the process is that so traceability matrix and the test coverages should be followed, and identification of a test cases and preparation. Definitely, say for example, if it is a user ID, the test case preparation. So if it is age, then test case preparation. So if it is a email ID validation, if it is a telephone number validations like that. So what is the test data we are going to use it? So test script preparation for that, and definitely we have to go with the reviews. Then only we can able to identify. Okay, this all the things is done. So we can, if there is a need, we can able to change to towards new ideas, and we have to get the approval for that. Okay, baseline under the configuration management is also needed, and test plans is then requirement traceability matrix is going to use, and the test cases definitely I stated that if it is a name or email ID or a telephone number, so that one each and everything test case will be there for that. So defect reporting should be there, defect logging also should be maintained. So assigning the defects and fixing it, okay. And if there is a need for that, then retesting of a developer application also then needed will be okay. Then it this test development process will be closed with that. Okay, then now test the plans. So shortly we will call it as a TPI. So test plan identifier, then references used for that, then introduction of that particular plan, and the test items is going to be used. Okay, then what are the risk issues will be there in the software and the features to be tested. Okay, say for example, every application starts with that many features will be given to that. So features to be tested and features not to be tested also should have to concentrate and which approach we are going to use it. So whether that particular item is a pass or fail criteria or entry and exit criteria also to be planned in the test plan. Okay. Then continue with suspension criteria is there, and resumption requirements is there, and the test deliverables. So one program, two programs, three programs like that, and a collection of programs, modules like that to test deliverables. Remaining test task, it is also there. So environmental needs and staffing, and for that staffing, training needs us. Say for example, if the particular staff available and the training needs us is in the .NET. Okay, so manual testing may be known by the person, but automatic testing is not available. So we have to give the training for that particular stuff. And say for example, if it is an Android is coming, so staff available, and so Android application development trainings should be needed, so that the training, or if it is any Apple applications like that, so training is needed for that. So responsibilities of that particular test plans, and definitely a schedule should be there for that, because if there is no schedule, automatically it drags on a lot of times, and then there will be a delay with that. So planning risk also will be there, and approvals already I stated that. Okay. So failing to plan, planning to fail. So easily we'll say that entry, task, validation, and the exit. So risk analysis is that risk identification. So software risk, what are the software risk? So applications may crack. Example is that IRCTC, that is a train, um, Indian railway system. So their website should support for many users at a time. If there is a, for example, only 10 users is supporting, 100 users is supporting. So if it is a more users is logged into that particular site and for trying to book the tickets, and whether it can be applicable for railway systems or flight also, or bus, or even if it is um, taxis, uh, like that, many applications we can state with that. Not only with this, or online any shopping cart applications is there. So it is applicable to a lot of applications. So it should support a lot of users. So if they'll identify that if more number of users is there, and there is a problem in that, so additionally server to be maintained for that. So business risk also there. So delay in the cash transfer, that is daily we are facing a lot of problems, because one from buyer and seller, and between this many companies is there for the cash transfers. Okay, so there will be a delay, and then the amount will be there in the account, and it will not be transferred. It will take a lot of time applications. Sometimes if that signal will be weak in the mobile device or something like that, we can say that lot of delay. Okay, testing risk is unavailability of a technical person for testing that software. Yes, definitely this is also a possible. Okay, uh, technical person is not there to test that developed application. Okay, and premature release risk also is there. So without understanding the problem properly, and then releasing the software to the customer, and from the customer side we are getting a feedback with that. Again, one more retesting of that particular one, and then that risk will be reduced. So all this should be analyzed. So risk methods, what we are going to use it. So here I have given one example, that is applications may crack IRCTC website. Like that, so many websites. Okay, whether it can be for the flight, or whether it can be for a bus, TNSTC, like that, or Amazon or Flipkart or Snapdeal or something else, or small concerns sites is that. Okay, so test estimation is that number of test cases required. So identify that particular one. Testing all the functions. Okay. So software requirements, we used to say that. Okay. Act like a customer, because what the customer expects. Okay, from our applications. So in that way, if you think that automatically every applications will go smoothly. So act like a customer. So that is shortly ALAC. Okay, SRS, like that. These are some shortcuts that will be used. Knowledge transfer, KT, like that. So reliability also to be identified. So how much our software developed application is going to be reliable to our customer, and with that they are going to give for other customers also, right? So online applications like that, we can say that the end user is going to use that. So use that applications to buy something like. Okay, so application reliability and test procedures, collection of test scripts and expected results of that. So standards, IEEE standards going to be, and the reporting requirements is to be prepared. Okay, and administrative works to be done with that. Okay, execution of that particular test is that. So testing of an application which we developed, whether it may be a Android application. So nowadays is that Android application because on the go. So in the mobile itself, all the applications, banking applications, all sort of applications used. So iOS for the Apple and all. So here test of an application means which develop. So whether it can be with ASP.NET or with the Java or Android, etc. etc. applications. So what type of testing going to be in that? So whether it is going to be unit testing, integration testing we are going to use, as well as with the system testing also, because end users in many places you might have seen that this particular uh, website, our website will be can be viewed in this particular browsers only. So with that particular version also they used to say that because customer may use different browsers, okay, or maybe older versions they may have, okay. So in that time, if we give that, okay, our websites it is developed in this particular one, and which is compatible with this particular browsers and with this particular versions, then it will be helpful for them. So system testing and many websites itself, we can able to see this. They would have given it information. So compatible with this particular browsers with this particular versions like that. Acceptance testing. So by end users, easy to use or not. That's our application which we develop. Like, okay, environmental factors also changes. Okay, because the initial stages environment may be a small place and the developed application, then later on it may be increased. So continuously uh, executions, that is many applications is developed, then environmental is big, then changes, definitely it's applicable. Okay, smoke test is that one of the tests. It's a subset of test cases. So input, output, and no quality and stability. So all these things in the developed application should be checked. Working or not, how much work or no checking. Okay, then we can go for a regression testing. So apart from this, so we can go with the regression testing. Is the next one. So, and in the unit testing is that, so test in smallest individual executables code, we can say that. Okay, so here it is mentioned only a smallest individual executable. Okay, then functional level testing also should be applicable and needed go with integration testing. So example, playing games. So video games is that early is that in the system it has been um, implemented or installed and worked with that. Now days is that it is everything with the mobile, so that many sort of games is, and even that is mobiles with very high configurations we have right now. So playing games on the go. So if any interruption in that particular application, so that also to be identified, because many applications is that if you hang mobile or the system hangs like that, okay, so that is what the interruptions. Okay, and system testing based on the requirements. Okay, and that requirements to be verified for the scope of system testing. And large applications, definitely system testing will be separate. Okay. And moving a cursor and checking only moving or not, how much moving will not be considered, all these things. Okay. Then usability testing. Definitely, in many places we can able to see that user interface, and it should be a friendly one, because say for example few input places is there, so user is entering some values there, and immediately buttons also should be near to that, and it should be easy. The name of that button also should be easier to the users. Say for go or login, like that, it will be easy for them, because after giving a username and password, so next is that captcha, and that captcha image is showing in that, and then login keyword. So that button, if like that we give, it will be easy for the users in the interface. So look and feel, and our application should be attractive. Okay, and if it is not attractive, definitely the user is not going to use our application. So speed in the interface interactions, definitely. So after clicking of that username and password, after that, so definitely it has to move to the next pages, like that. And the next pages, after viewing, just clicking some buttons as or link, automatically it should go to the next page immediately. That is a speed in the interface interactions. So less number of items, then it will be very easy. If it is a more, and it will be very choosy for them, then customers will take a lot of time in that. So security testing, tracking of our data, and with this, I'll conclude of this test plans. Okay, thank you.